Welcome back, Dreadheads, to the Walking Dread podcast, your daily dose of addictive horror stories, nightmares, terrifying tales, and ancient curses. I'm Adrian, your guide through the dark side of storytelling.
And I'm Julia. I'll be helping unpack the psychology behind these spooky stories, why they work, why they stick with us long after the lights come back on.
So tonight we're stepping into the unsettling world of the face of horror. It's a story about a twisted social experiment in a mansion.
Nah, mansion.
Yeah, mansion full of
Okay.
vanishing reflections, shifting rooms, and a whole lot of mirrors.
Mirrors, right? From ancient mythology to modern horror, they've always had this uncanny power. They reflect us, sure, but they can also distort, leading to questions of identity and perception.
Right, like, are we really who we think we are?
Yeah.
And that's fertile ground for psychological horror.
For sure.
And in this story, the mansion itself becomes a kind of mirror, reflecting the anxieties and hidden fears of the people trapped inside.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so we've got Alex, our jaded cynic. There's a doomsday prepper who's convinced the world's ending.
Of course there is.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And then we have a social media star, totally hungry for validation.
Always gotta have that.
Always. And finally, a disgraced politician trying to outrun their past.
That's quite a mix.
It is. Each of them brings their own baggage to this creepy mansion,
Setting the stage for some personalized torment.
Exactly. They're all going to face their own personal demons in there.
It's interesting how the story uses these different characters to explore how fear manifests in unique ways.
Yeah.
The prepper, for example, is already primed to see conspiracies and hidden threats everywhere.
Right. He's expecting the worst.
Exactly. So when the mansion starts playing tricks, it just confirms his existing paranoia.
It feeds into his worldview.
It does. It's a chilling reminder of how our own biases can shape our experiences, especially when we're afraid.
Absolutely. And then you've got the influencer who's totally dependent on external validation. The mansion cuts her off from her followers.
Oh, that's brutal.
It is. She's forced to confront this terrifying void, a lack of self-worth that's been lurking beneath the surface all along.
It's like the mansion is stripping away their facades, revealing the raw, vulnerable selves beneath.
Exactly, like peeling back the layers of an onion.
And all the while, the mansion keeps playing mind games.
Oh, yeah.
Moving mirrors, whispering taunts, rooms that shift and change.
It's designed to disorient and break them down.
And it works.
For most of them.
Yeah.
Except for Alex. She remains strangely detached, almost bored by the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Moreau, the mastermind behind this whole experiment, he clearly didn't anticipate her reaction. What do you make of her, Julia?
Alex is fascinating, isn't she? On the surface, her detachment might seem like strength, but I wonder if it's more a symptom of a deeper disillusionment.
Like she's already seen too much.
Maybe she's grown numb to the world's horrors.
It's like she's already living in her own personal horror movie.
Right, and then there's that final room.
Oh, yeah, the final room. Tell me about it.
A single unbreakable mirror. But instead of reflecting the mansion, it shows this horrifying loop of news footage. War, famine, hate-filled crowds.
That's heavy stuff.
It is. That's where Moreau reveals his true intention, right?
I think so. What do you think his intention is?
He wants to show them that the real monsters aren't supernatural, they're us. He's saying that the horrors we create in the real world are far more terrifying than any ghost story.
Wow, he's making a statement.
He is a powerful one.
Yeah, and he even spells it out for Alex. This is the true fear, Miss Taylor. He booms, but then Alex smashes the mirror.
Wow, what's going on in her head?
That's the question, isn't it? She doesn't do it to escape the mansion, though. She does it to defy the truth it reflected. It's like she's saying, I refuse to accept this as the only reality.
It's a powerful act of rebellion. She acknowledges the horror, but she chooses to fight against it. She's not giving in to despair.
But here's the twist. Even that rebellion is part of Moreau's plan.
What?
The whole escape is staged. Cameras are flashing and there's Moreau grinning like a puppet master.
Oh, no.
He's turned their fear and trauma into entertainment.
That's a whole other layer of horror, right? The way real-life suffering is often packaged and consumed as entertainment.
It really makes you think.
It does. Makes you question who the real monsters are.
Exactly. And you know what? Alex plays along perfectly.
No.
She gives them the tears, the trembling, the whole breakdown performance.
She's a good actress.
She is. She wins the prize money, the fame, but underneath it all, there's this growing coldness. It's like she's realizing that the mansion was just a microcosm of a much larger, more insidious horror, the world itself.
And that, I think, is the story's most unsettling takeaway. The idea that we're all trapped in a kind of global house of mirrors, reflecting our own fears and prejudices back at us, and breaking free from that, well, that's the real challenge.
So Dreadheads, as you drift off to sleep tonight, think about this. Is the true horror out there in the darkness? Or is it something we carry within ourselves?
That's a good question.
It is. And more importantly, what are we going to do about it? Don't forget to rate and follow the Walking Dread podcast for more spooky stories and terrifying tales. Until next time, Dreadheads, sleep tight.
Sweet dreams. Or not.
Maybe not.